Now let's see about a quadrilateral. A quadrilateral is any polygon with 4 sides. So there need not be any relationship between the sides or the angles. So any diagram with 4 sides, you can call it as a quadrilateral. It should be closed. That is a requirement. Now if you take any quadrilateral, so let's say this is a quadrilateral, okay, because it is having 4 sides and it is a closed diagram, polygon with 4 sides. Now sum of all the angles of the quadrilateral is 360 degrees. What I mean by this point is, if you take this angle, this angle, this angle and this angle, if you add them all up, then the sum is going to be 360. And next one is, the area of a quadrilateral can be computed by breaking it into triangles. So you can take this and you can break it into triangle like this, and you can break it into a triangle like this, and again you can break it into 2 triangles, and we already know how to find out the areas of triangles. Then you can apply that and you can find out the total area, right? So if in this case, it need not always be a right angle triangle. Even if it is a normal triangle, you can apply that square root of s into s minus a into s minus b. Using that formula also, you can find out areas of individual triangles and you can sum them up to find out the area of the quadrilateral. But coming to some types of quadrilaterals, you can apply some formulas. So like rectangle, I'll show you there. So whenever it is easy to apply direct formulas, we shall use it. If the diagram is not in a form where you can apply those formulas, break it into triangles and find it out, okay. And next one is, perimeter of a triangle is sum of all the sides. So which means, if you see this one, let us assume that this side length is A, this side length is B, this side length is C and D. So perimeter is nothing but you add all these sides, it is the perimeter. The same way we have seen for triangle, okay. Now let's talk about a rectangle. A rectangle is a subclass of quadrilateral, which means a rectangle is a quadrilateral which is satisfying these properties. So what are the properties are? One is, opposite sides are going to be equal and all the angles are equal. So if you see this in a rectangle, opposite sides are going to be equal and all the angles are going to be equal. See, you have 4 angles, and if all these 4 angles are going to be equal, what will be each angle there? If you assume that each angle is x and all of them are equal, we know that 4 into x equal to 360. Why? Sum of all angles is 360. Therefore, each angle is going to be 90 degrees, right? So whenever all the angles are equal, always they are going to be 90, 90, 90, 90 in case of a quadrilateral, okay. Now according to this definition, if only opposite sides are equal, we can call it as a rectangle. See this one and this one are equal, and this one and this one are equal. If you say this one is A, this one is going to be A. If you say this one is B, if this one is also going to be a B, right? Now this is the definition of a rectangle, these two. Now if you see a square will also have, it will satisfy these two definitions. Why? In a square, all the sides are going to be equal. Therefore, opposite sides are definitely going to be equal, right? So every square is a rectangle, but every rectangle need not be a square. Again, we shall see about a square later. For now, we don't discuss about this square here, okay? So these 2 points are required to be satisfied, for a quadrilateral to get qualified as a rectangle. And now in this one, the area of this rectangle is equal to length into breadth. So what is length into breadth is, in general we take this one as the length. You can take anything, that doesn't matter. In general, it is a convention that we take length to be the higher one, among these 2 sides, whichever is larger, we take it to be length, and the other one we take it to be breadth, right? But anyway, you can go with any other conventions, right? It doesn't matter much. Either you can assume this one is B, this one is L, but this is a convention. So let's go by conventions. Length and breadth. And now area is equal to length into breadth. So how to see that area equal length into breadth is, you can draw a diagonal. Now this one is going to be a right angle triangle, right, whose height is B and base is L, right? So what is the area of this one? Half into B into L. And since it is a symmetric diagram, this one and this one is symmetric, the total area is going to be double, which means both of them are going to have the same areas. Otherwise, you can also see that this is a right angle triangle whose base is L and height is B. Got it? So anyway, you are going to see that the area is B into L. Okay, and next one is perimeter. Perimeter is sum of all the sides. Now if you add them all up, 2 times we are adding breadth and 2 times we are adding length. Therefore perimeter equal to 2 into length into breadth. And the next one is length of the diagonal. So if you see this is the diagonal, right? Now again this is a right angle triangle, therefore you can apply Pythagoras theorem. So diagonal square equal to breadth square plus length square, right? So therefore diagonal equal to square root of length square plus breadth square. Got it? Okay.
Hi, if you are planning to do masters, then doing masters abroad is better than doing masters in India. I'll give you all the reasons. So first reason is, out of 1 lakh students who take GATE every year, there are only 500 seats in old IITs. So all the IITs put together have an acceptance rate of 0.5%, and IITs, universities better than IITs, they have very good acceptance rate like 30%, 40%, but all the IITs put together have an acceptance rate of 0.5%. And if you are working hard to get into IIT Bombay's ranking is 177 and IIT Roorkee's ranking is 400. If you are happy to get into IIT Roorkee, then getting into universities better than IIT Roorkee is easier compared to getting into IIT Roorkee. And looking at the salaries for computer science, for software jobs, if you have done your masters in computer science in US, the salaries are ranging from 80 lakhs per year to 1.2 crore per year. So even if you take an average of 1 crore per year, your savings will be much higher than the salaries in India. After taxes and your cost of living, you can easily save 40 to 50 lakhs per year. And in India, the maximum jobs that you get is around 30 lakhs. So your savings will be much greater than the salaries in India. And these are all the services that we provide. University shortlisting. So depending on your profile, we will shortlist what are the universities that you have to apply, and statement of purpose building, and then LOR guidance, and GRE and English test assistance, and education loan assistance. So you don't have to have any collateral, which means without any security, now you can get education loan. Getting education loan is very simple these days, and whatever the amount of fee that you have a range of universities. You can apply for 10 lakh universities, 20 lakh universities, or 50 lakh universities. But whatever it is, you are going to get complete education loan, and you can pay off your education loan in 1 year after you get a job. And then we do visa assistance, mock visa interviews, and then connecting with the university alumni. So now you might ask why we should join Game of Visas. So the answer is, we have 90% success rate, 99% success rate. And these are all the destinations that we guide the students to. So we guide students to any country that you want to go. So now it is not just USA. We guide to UK, Germany, Australia, Canada. So we guide students to all the countries. We work with all the destinations. And if you are interested in going abroad, you have to just drop us a message on this WhatsApp number 9494 555 454. Okay, thank you.